So, what's a person to do? I'm in the mood for onion-flavored steamed fish to eat with my leftover macaroni and cheese. So, I became creative. I went to the local grocery store, and bought $1 worth of fish. Just one fillet of trout. Hopefully, it was a wild trout, but I'm not sure really. Anyway, on the trout, I sprinkled a lot of salt and pepper after I washed it in lemon juice, and I prepared myself to cook some fish, steamed fish. First, of course, coconut oil in the frying pan. I don't know if that's the proper thing to do, and I don't really care. I like coconut oil. Then, of course, it was some carrot. I shredded some carrot because I wanted carrot with my steamed fish. And also, after the carrot, I added some green onions, some scallion. By the way, notice that in the frying pan, it's just coconut oil. No water whatsoever. Just coconut oil for now. Okay, so it's carrot, and it is scallion, which I like. And if you're going to do this dish, you may want to add all your specialties, all the vegetables that you like. Why not? Along with that, of course, I added some onions. You know, that purple onions. I don't know what it's called. All I know is that this is what I had in my refrigerator, and this is what I was going to use. The onions that I have. So, I added them all together. In the meantime, my frying pan was being prepared for my cooking. Of course, what's the point in cooking fish in coconut oil if you didn't add Scotch bonnet pepper? You've got to have that zing to it. And contrary to popular belief, Scotch bonnet pepper, I think, is good for you. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so here's the fish. As for the fish, after you wash it off with lemon juice, you may want to sprinkle some salt and pepper on it. It's up to you how you season your fish. Incidentally, I sort of like my grocery store. I think there are a lot of single people who live in my neighborhood, so they package things to accommodate people who live by themselves, which is good, because you don't want to buy like 5 pounds of fish if you're the only one who's going to be eating it. That would make an awful lot of sense now, would it? So, the fish goes into the coconut oil primarily to season the coconut oil with the fish. And as you know, fish does not take very long to cook. Once you can flake it off with a fork, it's cooked. And then, what I do is I remove it from the oil. Okay, so what's left is the oil with the salt and pepper or whatever you placed on the fish. Perhaps some people might even add Old Bay seasoning to their fish. Whatever. I say you should cook according to your own sense of creativity and your imagination. Now, earlier I said that the fish was cooked only in coconut oil. Well, I did add 1 tablespoonful of vinegar. About that anyway, maybe 2, to everything that was in the frying pan. In other words, I put everything in the frying pan that you saw earlier, and then I added some vinegar. Stir it all very well, of course. Now, remember, everything in this frying pan can be eaten right now. So, how long you cook it really depends on your own sense of taste, okay? Whatever, but don't cook it for very long. You may even add a lid if you'd like to and cook it for say 4 or 5 minutes, and that's it. Once it's cooked, what you want to do then is to take everything out, put the fish back in, which is almost cooked, put the fish back in. Once again, take everything out, put the fish back in. Remember, the fish is almost cooked anyway, right? It does not take very long to cook fish. And then put your vegetables back in. Vegetables meaning that you're going to put your onion and carrot, scallion, all the other goodies that you like that you added earlier. Put that back in and then steam it for another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes perhaps. Keep in mind that it does not take very long to cook the fish. And there you have it, your fish that was steamed in carrot, onions, and scallion and all your other goodies, and it's ready to be eaten. It's nice and flaky. If you can flake it off with a fork, it's done. My goal was, of course, to eat my fish with leftover macaroni and cheese, and I did. It turned out to be very delicious. Thank you very much.